All right, guys, thanks for hopping on tonight's team call. We were just talking about who has watched the new reality TV show, The 20s, that Beachbody is hosting. And I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but Lisa just said it's only 20 minutes, which is pretty cool. I think I'm going to carve some time out of my Olympics binge and watch some of that. But pretty cool that Beachbody's doing that. The other thing I wanted to just have a little coach spotlight, and I wanted to put a spotlight on our new coach, my new coach, Shay Green. She's on the call right now. Raise your hand, wave to the camera. I'm super just impressed with her, like our conversations going back. She studied the crap out of YouTube before even becoming a coach, jumping in and hosting groups. And then I put up that team call like sign up sheet, and she was the first one to put on there. And I thought that was amazing. A new call. I don't want anyone to ever think that they don't have something to offer to the team. You absolutely do. It can be uncomfortable to host these calls, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes, you know? And then it's also a really awesome time to invite your coaches to hop on the call. And although she's a brand new coach and doesn't actually have coaches yet, I'm just giving her props for even putting it out there and doing it, because I want you guys to do that. I want you to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to talk about how to, put out their challenge packs, because I'm really good at that. Just think about what you're awesome at and what's working for you, and then make the call about that and use it. If you have a team, then use it as a time to get them on these team calls. Because if you've never been on a team call before, it can be scary. You're like, what? People are going to see my face, and they don't realize like really how casual it is and that you can call in and whatnot. So anyways, it's a really good opportunity for you to step up.
Right, because I've been touched like that.
Oh, there we go. Sasha, I think I could just see it that your name popped up. But anybody who's calling in, can you guys please make sure your line is muted?
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, girl. It's all right. It happens all the time, especially if you're on your phone. So anyways, thank you, Shay, for signing up to host a team call, for just getting started right as an awesome coach. And I want to encourage everybody to find out what you're passionate about and sign up on the team call so that, you guys can hear from other people besides us. And we're going to fill in those gaps. But anyways, okay, so getting into the meat and potatoes of tonight's call, I wanted to talk about signing up a new coach. The second part of it is going to be where to place them. And the third part of it is just the importance of growing. I just saw UCF, Katie Nordum. I'm a UCF, go Knights. Sorry, just saw her shirt. And then where to place them on your weak leg and stuff like that. Or why you need to grow your weak leg. So after each little section, I'm just going to open up to questions in case I didn't answer, so you can go ahead and chime in and ask anything. So first off, I'm not going to go into whole finding your market, all that kind of stuff. Although it's super important, that's just not what this call is about. It is important to know who you're looking for. And so the first little part, does everybody have like a pen and paper? Okay, cool. The first part just a pen, is to create your coach avatar. So literally, it's just a little stick figure, and I'm going to ask you questions, and I want you to write down the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay, so we're creating your perfect coach. Okay, so first off, what personality traits do you want your perfect coach to have? For example, are they honest? Are they open? Are they super down to earth? Are they loyal? Are they, any other qualities, personality traits? Not thinking about body, not thinking about weight, not thinking about, age, any of that stuff. Genuinely, their personality. What would be an ideal for you? A couple things. Okay. Secondly, do they have kids or a family life? Are they a single mom? Are they a widow, a divorce, a dog lover? What's like their family structure? Number 3, are they already healthy and active? Or are you looking to help them get healthy and active? For example, obviously we're all here to help people, but I've just found that my market tends to be people that are already pretty healthy and active. They're just looking for something new or something different. But if maybe you had a great transformation story, you're going to probably target people that have already had, or, are looking to lose weight and are inspired by you in that way. So that's pretty important to know, though, because that's who you're talking to. And the last question is, are they hard workers, or are they just looking for something part-time? So that's kind of like, are you looking for discount coaches, working coaches, hobby coaches? And obviously at different points in your business, you're looking for different types of things, or you always want hard workers. But anyways, just the way that you speak in your posts is going to determine who you're talking to. So anyways, that's just your little coach avatar. It's really important to have those. You can totally make a different one, add some more questions on there, but just kind of knowing who you're targeting there, I think, is important. And then, so when you go to sign up as a coach, who here does not yet have a coach on their team? Raise your hand if you do not have coaches. Okay, cool. No, that's good. That's good. So, some of you are like, okay, I know the sign up process, but some of you don't. And although we say it all the time, it's good for us to refresh. Maybe you'll hear a different way of asking a question. So bear with me if you already know the sign up process, but it's actually easier than even selling a challenge pack, I think, because when you're hooking somebody up with a challenge pack, you find out their fitness goals, all that jazz, and then you go and find the fitness link for them, right? But when you're signing up as a coach, it's a different talking process. You're talking to them about what they want to get out of the coaching process, how many hours do they want to put in a week, all those kind of things. And then when you actually go to have them sign up, you take them to your website. So just remember, reflect back on when you signed up as a coach. How did you do it? Your coach probably gave you the link, right? www.beachbodycoach/their username. It's the exact same thing for you. beachbody.com/your username. And then I just try to make it as easy as possible for them. Because people will ask you, oh no, there's a lot of tabs. Where do I click? Say click, and I put it in big caps. Click the green coach tab. And then it's going to ask you for some personal information. Because we get 1099, it's going to ask you for your screen name. And I tell people, go ahead and pick your name if it's available, because people will literally sit there for like an hour, like, oh my gosh, what's my screen name? It's going to be at the end of my website. I don't know what to choose. And they'll wait 2 days to sign up because they didn't know what their screen name was. And so at the end of the day, you're trying to market yourself, right? So if your name is available, maybe you got to put some numbers after it. That's fine. But I tell them, hey, choose your name as your screen name. Just to make that easier for them. And then you've already talked to them about the best way to sign up is with the challenge pack. So at the end, it's going to ask you which challenge pack you want to get started with. Pick, 22-minute hardcore and your flavor of Shapeology. And then it's going to come up. Something that I found and that I really want to bring attention to is that every single coach sign-up process is going to be totally different depending on that coach you're talking to. If you're talking to a discount coach, they do not care what the earning potential is. They don't care, if they're not in it for the business aspect of it, keep it simple. They don't want to be overwhelmed or you'll scare them, right? So anyways, every time you sign somebody up, it's going to be a different process. You're going to say something different. It's just a matter of talking to them and giving them what they want, right? So when you go to sign them up, something that I found recently that helped, and you can tell, like, okay, if somebody's asking for a ton of questions, then they're probably not ready to sign up yet, right? They probably are that type of person that needs to know everything before signing up, which is fine. That's your job to give that to them. But one thing that I found is that you can just be like, okay, so, here's the information to sign up. If you're ready, if you're not ready, then, what was I going to say? Sorry, if you're not ready, let me know and I can give you more information. Then you can kind of gauge where they're at. And hey, Cassandra, so she's my brand new coach too, like literally last night. And that's exactly the wording I used on her because she came to me with a business opportunity. She wanted to do it. And so I knew that she didn't really need to know all the information. So I could just tell that she wanted to sign up for the opportunity. So I said, all right, here's the link. This is how you do it. If you need more info, here it is. And then I literally woke up and I logged into my back office. I was like, holy crap, she signed up. Like I wasn't expecting that, but I gave her that information. So anyways, just using that, just wanted to give you guys that little tidbit there. So for any of you hopping on, we're talking, it's more of a little advanced call. So if it is your first call, I apologize, but hopefully you can just soak it in. We're talking about signing up new coaches, and we're talking about where to place them. So this is going to be the next part. Does anybody have any questions or weird scenarios about when you're signing up a new coach or something that you're hesitant on? If you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, you can. Everybody's good with signing up coaches. Good. Okay, so obviously the bigger part of that problem is finding those people, and I know that's an entirely different call, but for today, that's what we're talking about. So, so you have that coach, you sign them up. Where do you place them? And I know you can get like, and you know, if you're a brand new coach here and you just signed up, in the beginning, you typically grow your business and earn your income by selling challenge packs or running those challenge groups and getting commission, right? But there's a huge yield for return in this business. So I want you guys to see the long term, and anybody that's on this call is here to grow a business. I'm guessing you're taking time out of your night to learn, right? So thank you for being here. So this is how you make thousands of dollars a week over time, right? It is a long process, but it is possible. It is life-changing if you give it time and you let it develop. And the only way that this can happen is if you're growing a team. What are y'all laughing at? You got a side message going on, you and Nikki? Lisa?
She went and got a sweater, and I was like, you layering on sweaters is making me hot. Like, it's I feel like I have a tank top on.
That's funny. I don't know how you guys just had that conversation. I just saw y'all laughing. Anyways, what was I saying? Growing a team. That's how you make this a business. That's how you make this residual income. That's how it becomes life-changing, okay? And to be completely honest, you only need a couple of like hardcore go-getters to make this business work, okay? You might have to go through a lot of coaches to find those people, but let's be honest, like, okay, we all encourage you to get to the diamond status, right? Like that's like the big glorified thing, okay? But have the big picture of 2-star diamond, because that is where the placement really comes into play, okay? So you need to be 2-star diamond, you need 2 diamonds on opposite legs. So keep that in mind when you're going to place people on your right or your left leg, okay? You need a rock star on one leg and you need a rock star on the other leg. So you wouldn't want to add both people to your weak leg, right? And sometimes this is so hard to know, guys, because people will sign up and I'll be like, they are going to be amazing. They're going to rock it. They are going to be a diamond in 30 days. And then they do nothing for months because personal things happen or it just didn't pan out. So really knowing, you can message your upline coach and be like, where do I place this person? And they're going to be like, I don't know, good luck with that, because it is such a gamble. So there's no like cut and dry answer to that. But hopefully everybody, like, I just want you guys to have a visual. So you have your visual avatar written down for your coach, okay? The other little visual thing, hopefully you've done this before, but this is what we're talking about, okay? So for brand new people that are jumping on, we're a binary system. So you are at the top, right? It's so confusing to understand because you can't see what's happening up above you, okay? So, but when you log into your back office, you see you at the very top. In order to reach your first advancement in this business, it's to become an Emerald coach, which just means you have 2 coaches that you personally sponsored. That's it, just 2 people. And they need to go on opposite sides, one on your right and one on your left, okay? That's it. So that's what I have written there. I don't know, it says first and second. And how you know if it's, I'll go into that in a second. So this is just the big picture. And some people think that diamond is so far away, okay? Really, if you map it out and you already have a couple coaches, it's not that far away, guys. It can take you longer than you want to get there, but really you just need 8 personally sponsored coaches. So 8 people that want you to be their coach, okay? Not challengers, but they also want to be coaches on your team. So just like you signed up, they want to be your coaches. And you need to have 4 on one side and 4 on the other just to get to diamond. And remember, and then obviously, most of you guys know this, but just speaking to the new coaches here, to be diamond, everybody's got to be active on here. You got to have 4 on your right, 4 on your left. Everyone has to be active with 50 PV. Okay, and that's point value. And you guys can get that through ordering programs or even selling it. So it's not always something that you have to buy. It's something that you need to be generating that much income. But if you didn't sell anything that week, you can get that too. And the easiest way to do that is just to be on Shakeology HD, because that's worth 90 PV. Then you're never going to have to worry about going inactive if you are on Shakeology HD. And FYI, for those of you who don't know, let's just say you're on Shakeology HD, but you had a return and it puts you in the negative PV, okay? You can do something called an automatic, wait, what's it called? Hold on. What is it called, Teresa or Lisa? Automatic.
Guaranteed active status.
Guaranteed active status. If you are an HD person, but you had a return order from somebody that made you go negative, but you're like, whoa, I'm on my HD. You have to email them and say, I want the guaranteed active status. If you don't email them, you will go inactive. So that kind of sucks. I wish it was kind of automatic. Hopefully that's something they're working on, but just want to throw that out there if that's ever happened to you guys. Okay, so hopefully you guys are like writing this down on your thing. If you don't already know what it is, just having 4 places, 4 on each side. And then the hardest part of it, sorry, it's hard to do this in mirror image, is that one of those people on each side have to be an Emerald coach as well, meaning they have 2 people. That's how you get to Diamond, okay? And I think most of you on here know that because you are growing teams, but I'm just throwing that out there for other people. But big picture is 2-star, right? We all want this to make a difference in our lives. We want to generate an income, and this is how it happens. It really, when you get to Diamond, that's an amazing accomplishment. We reward you, we celebrate you, but you have to look beyond that because there are Diamonds that do not make a lot of money. It's just a status. It's a stepping stone, and that's when you really start working your business. So that's the beautiful thing about this business. I'm sure you guys have gotten this, figure this out, that your coach wants what's best for you because they can't advance unless you grow. So we're a very big teaching, obviously community. But you need to have, in order to be 2-star, you have to have a star on separate legs. So just want to keep that clear. So that means when you're going to sign up people, you need to keep that in your mind. Okay, is this person going to be a rock star? I'm going to put them on my right leg. Oh my gosh, the next day I signed up in another rock star. I'm going to put them on my left leg because you need a forward think about that, okay? But your first steps, so for those of you who have 0 coaches on your team, the very first person that wants to go on your team, I suggest putting them on your strong leg, okay? And you're like, what's my strong leg? I have no idea what you're talking about, lady. When you sign into your back office, you will see, and maybe if you literally just signed up, you won't see it, but if it's been a couple days or a couple weeks, there will be one leg that is generating volume, and that is the leg that is your strong leg. That means that that's the leg you're connected to. So, for example, I'll use Cassandra because she just signed up. What leg did I put you on? You're on my left leg. So your left leg would be your strong leg because that's connected to me, okay? So your very first coach, I would recommend putting on that strong leg. And then I recommend putting your husband or your mom or somebody that really likes to help you out on that weak leg. But to answer Lisa's question in the beginning, because, I signed up Ron without him even knowing. I was like, hey, babe, what's your social security number? By the way, you're a coach. And he felt really proud and didn't do anything for 3 years, but it's fine. He helped me out. So let me show you the advantages of that. So for example, so your first coach over here, let's just pretend that this is your strong leg, okay? If you sign your husband up, so I signed up, let's say this, I think this was Teresa, actually. Teresa was my first coach, so she was on my strong leg. The next coach I signed up was my husband, Ron, and I put him on my left leg. That was my weak leg. I am responsible for growing that weak leg. There's nobody there helping me out. My upline coach, Stephanie, was helping me out grow this one, okay? That's why I knew that one was strong. So I added my husband over here because any order that did not yield a Success Club point, I would run through him. So if somebody just wanted a program, I would run it through here because that means, point values were generating there. And that comes into play through the team cycle bonuses. And I'll go into that in a second. But so look at this. Like, imagine having your husband or his fiance, whatever, at the very top with you, okay? I'm going to tell you my biggest mistake I ever made in Beachbody, and I like to tell people this because I never want them to make it. I signed Ron up, and imagine this, like, you know, most of y'all already know about what my income is, okay? It could have been so much more had I not canceled this guy right here. I signed him up and I canceled him a couple weeks or months later because times were tough, and I was like, I'm not paying for that Shaco HD again. I should have let him go inactive. It wouldn't have been the end of the world. He would have been at the very top of my genealogy with me, okay? Whatever, happened for a reason, paying it forward to you guys. If you sign up your spouse, never, ever, ever cancel them because they are at the very top with you. If it's a tough month, let them go inactive. All you need to commit to paying is that website fee. But obviously you want to keep them active so that you can remain an Emerald coach, right? But I'm just letting you know, if you sign your husband up early on, it's a great thing because you don't have to work their business or anything like that in the end. But imagine if Ron was still there. What had happened was I thought I was doing my sister-in-law a favor, and I thought that she would roll up and take his place. Not the case. I sign into my back office now, and there's just a huge X through his name, and I almost cry every time. But so now he's somewhere down here. We're still doing fine. It's all right, but I'm just letting you guys know, like, don't do that. So if you sign your husband up, you keep him. So that's the benefit of having him up there with you from the beginning. Or your mom, whatever. You can have, it's called the U+2 rule. You can control you plus 2 other people on your account. So for example, it's my husband Ron and my mom. So I don't know. And did I go over that good? Anybody have questions about that? I know that's kind of confusing. Any questions about coach, you know, signing husbands up? I do want to say another benefit, obviously, is that you can just order like samples through them. So that's what I do. All of our Shakeology comes in samples because then I, you know, resell it in like 5 to 7 day packets, or I buy E&E bars, or well, Energize, whatever. So any kind of like programs, I'll just buy under him, and I reuse that in my challenge group as gifts. So it is a little bit of an investment, but I don't know. That's just what I recommend. Some people don't want to sign their spouse up that early. I understand that too, because it is a risk, especially if, you know, times are tough, but it's very beneficial if you do. But have him up there with you in like the top 8. Like, make sure he's one of those people that helps get you to diamond. But if you're one of those go-getters and you're like, I want to be Emerald tomorrow, that's what I recommend, signing up your friend or whoever comes to you, an awesome challenger, on your strong leg and your spouse on your weak leg. Does that make sense? Nobody has questions about that? Everybody gonna sign up their spouse? No. But it is a quick way to get to Emerald. And so the benefit of getting to Emerald is how we get team cycle bonuses. That's where all the money comes in, down the road, okay? Down the road. It doesn't happen overnight. But team cycle bonuses, for example, on your weak leg, so I don't know, let me just do a little couple drawings here. Let me make this my strong leg. For every 100 points, PV points that you earn, so a challenge pack is like whatever, 100 and it's over 100 PV. I don't know, it depends on the program, right? So this is my strong leg because it has more people on it, right? And your strong leg really is just whatever generates more volume. For example, when I signed up, my strong leg was over here, my left leg. I had like some ballers come into play, so my right leg actually ended up becoming my strong leg, so they flopped. So what starts off as your strong leg does not necessarily mean that's always going to be your strong leg, because you never know who's going to get sponsored after you, okay? Because I had coaches over here that sponsored awesome people, and they're like 5, 6-star diamonds, so they just, anyways, your strong leg just means whatever is generating the most volume. So for this example, let's just pretend that this is, sorry, can't do that. This is the strong leg. For every 100 PV that this leg generates, you get $14 as an Emerald coach and $18 as a diamond, and 16 as a ruby, but rubies are rare. So anyways, that doesn't sound like a lot, but let's say you have 500 PV this week because you're growing your team, okay? Then that's whatever, so 5 times 14 or 18, whatever your status is. And that can start adding up, and then it gets into the thousands and stuff like that. So it's all about the volume that's happening underneath your thing. That's why, guys, like, obviously I love you guys. You're my team and all that stuff, but all of you generate, and like, you know, that's why I'm like, okay, let's run this group together. We're all here to help each other because in some way, shape, or form, we're all connected. So if you have a team and you're running challenge groups, join in with them and run it together. Like, we can only all help each other. So team cycle bonuses, you don't start earning those until you are an Emerald coach. And remember, an Emerald coach is you are active and you have 2 coaches, one on each side of you are active. Now, when you're actually enrolling them, you can go into your back office under My Business and then My Placement. And it is, it'll say right leg and left leg. For your first 2 coaches, thank God Beachbody recently changed this, or about a year ago, and they automatically put your first 2 coaches on separate legs, okay? It used to be they'd go on the same one and you'd have to change it. So, but like I said, if you know that you want your husband on your weak leg, you do need to go in and make sure that that's what is actually happening. And you have to do that before you sign up a coach. Okay, so coach placement, just know that that is an option in there. So you know, you're like, oh, awesome, like my, you know, Amanda's signing up. She's going to be amazing. I'm going to place her on this leg because I'm trying to grow that volume on that weak leg. So you do get to control where you place people. There's no, you know, there's not a bad place to be. This is your own business, okay? If you're here to be a business owner, to make this your full-time job, like, this is a go-getters community, right? If you're just here for the discounts, then it's fine, you know, just keep breaking it in. But you need to treat this like a business if you want it to be a business, right? That's what we always say. So we have to think about it that way. So I want you guys to be conscious of who you're signing up and where you actually place them, because it does matter. However, like I said, sometimes it's hard to tell who's going to be amazing because you never know what kind of life event's going to happen to them, or you never know if they're going to like it. So it's hard. What, Quinny? Sorry. It's what time is it? It's 8:45 here, so we're struggling with the bedtime. Thought she was in bed. Go to bed, sweetie. Where was I going with that? Okay, and so why you need to grow your weak leg is obviously because that's how you're going to generate the most income, okay? If you're here to, you know, be a business, then you have to grow that weak leg. Your strong leg, as long as you have an upline that is actively working, it's naturally going to grow itself because there's other people that are working that business, okay? You still have to control, you know, what helps you rank advance, but at the end of the day, what's going on your weak leg is going to determine what your income is aside from those commissions, okay? Brand new coaches, you're just trying to hit Success Club and, you know, help people, you know, start a healthy journey and stuff like that, but that's forward thinking. Let's see. Does anybody have questions about team cycle bonuses? And I don't know, that's always so hard to
No, I just wanted to say one more thing about going Emerald, and you do start making those team cycle bonuses and banking all that other volume. The other thing is, once you're Emerald and you have the club membership and you hit Success Club, you can get free leads. So that's been huge. Katie was a free lead to me, and she's a coach now. She's working the business. I'm very fortunate. But I've had a couple free leads that have bought in challenge packs. So getting to Emerald has lots of benefits. That's just one of them.
100%. Yeah, you'll log into your back office, and you do have to have the club membership, which the club membership, guys, that is where the company is going. If you do not have club membership, you need to jump on it. That's what they're doing, the 3-week yoga retreat only on Beachbody On Demand, and I really can feel like that's just the way our world is right now. It's Netflix, it's Apple TV, like we're getting away from DVDs, right? How many people have a scratched DVD, right? I still use my DVDs just because I like to do that, but it's so annoying when that happens, and Beachbody is smart, and they are super down with the technology. We have our own app. So I'm just telling you that's my 2 cents, is that the company is moving towards only being online, okay? They'll probably always have DVDs, but they're trying to make the Beachbody On Demand amazing. And when you first sign up as a coach, you automatically get it. So if you're like, oh crap, I don't know how to get this, or if I do have it, for example, Cassandra, you already have it because it comes automatic when you sign up as a coach. It's $34 every quarter. So it ends up being $2.99 a week. Or, you know, every quarter, but it's optional. You don't have to have it, and you can unsubscribe from it. You just have to shoot them a quick email and say, hey, I don't want club membership, but there's a million reasons why you should. If you're hitting Success Club, you're getting those free leads. You can watch the 20s on demand. There's the new cooking show there. You can stream all your workouts. So if you like to go to the, you know, if you like to go to the gym and work out, you can stream your workouts there. If you like to host live fit clubs, like at a gym or an auditorium at the park, well, I don't know if you have Wi-Fi at the park, but you know what I mean. Club membership is where it's at. So everybody should have that. And like she said, free leads are huge. You'll pop up in your back office and you're like, oh, I have a new customer. And when you become a diamond coach, you actually, it's rare, it's very rare, but you actually get a new coach, because occasionally there are coaches that just sign up through Beachbody.com. They didn't have a sponsor. They didn't have somebody working with them. And when you're a coach, they'll actually give you a coach. So that is a very nice surprise. So just like, you know, we get customers at Emerald and Active Coach, you also get coaches once you become a diamond coach. So that's pretty cool.
I had one thing to say.
Yep.
Just make sure to hit Success Club and like get those leads. There's also that checklist in the back. So you have to have your profile has to be complete too. Like all of those things. So if you haven't completed your Beachbody profile, make sure that you go through and do that too, because that you have to have that done to qualify.
Yeah, and guys, there are so many rules. I'm not gonna lie. Like, still, I'm like, oh my god, like, stop coming out with all these FAQs. If you look at how many FAQs there are, there's like 400,000 million. I'm making that up, but there's so many rules, and you kind of just don't know it until you come to that. So if you're sitting there and you have a question, always go to the back office in the FAQ. The answers are all there. You can YouTube them, you know. But there's so many like little rules, and I don't want that to overwhelm you or scare you. They're there for a reason. But like Nikki said, in order to actually hit Success Club, and I know we have a couple of new coaches on, so I'll just run over that super quick. But if you sell a challenge pack, which is the fitness program and Shakeology, that's worth 2 points. If you sign up a coach with a challenge pack, that's also 2 points. If you sell a Shakeology on HD, that's 1 point. Now, if you sell a Shakeology one time, 0 points. And that sucks for both of you because they pay more in shipping and you don't get a point. So if there's ever anybody that is interested in Shakeology, you always get them to sign up on a HD so that you get the point and they save $10 in shipping, and then they can cancel or postpone or change their flavor when that time comes. So those are the ways that, and in order to hit Success Club, you need 5 points. And you have to be on Shakeology HD yourself or 90 PV worth of something else on HD. So if you're not a Shakeology person and you prefer like the performance line, that's fine too. It just has to be 90 PV. As a brand new coach, you guys can, if you hit Success Club your first 3 months, you earn a free ticket to Summit, which is amazing. So I don't know if any of you guys are in that zone, but that's the big conference we all got back from. And it's just a huge goal to reach for as a new coach. It really shows that you got started off on the right track. So anyways, I hope that the little coach avatar helped. Just getting your visual for who you want on your team. Of course, I wouldn't say you'll take anyone. I've actually turned some people away, but pretty much you'll take anybody. But who you're marketing towards is crucial. So those first questions, for those of you who hopped on late, what personality traits does your perfect coach have? Okay, are they honest? Are they outgoing? Are they shy? Are they down to earth? Like, what is it that you're attracted to? And think about yourself, because honestly, you attract the same type of people. Do they have kids? What's their family life like? Are they already healthy and active and you want to keep them going on that train? Or are you looking to help them lose weight and get healthy and active? Are they hard workers, or they just want something kind of part-time, just to be able to go to Target and all that jazz? That's why I started. There's no shame in it. And just because you start off as a little hobby coach does not mean you can't turn this into a business. So I hope that everyone, the coach placement, I just always get a lot of questions about that. And even though feel like we say it all the time, I know that there's new coaches that come on and they don't know what it is. So does anybody have any questions about coach placement? Like if you had a coach sign up tomorrow, say, hey girl, I love your group. I want to sign up with you. Where do I sign up? Would you know where to place them and how to do it? Yes? Would you know where to put your No? Carrie says no. I don't know if you hopped on late or not, but
I did. I hopped on late, so I can listen to it later.
Okay, we'll chat.
Okay.
Let's see. No questions about preferred placement? Why you need to grow that weak leg? Like literally your business depends on that weak leg. And we say weak, but really, like we said before, like this is your business, guys. So in the beginning, you are just trying to help as many people as you can, get started on their health journey, get into your challenge groups. That's the whole point, right? We're trying to fill those challenge groups, get success stories. We're trying to change lives here, but we have the opportunity to not just change lives health-wise, but financially and emotionally. So this business is a whole full circle thing, and hopefully you guys are enjoying every minute of it. And I apologize if this is your first call and you're like, oh my God, what did I sign up for? Because it was a little bit of, it takes a while. So honestly, I would encourage you guys to research YouTube videos, because is there anybody here who has your husband on your strong leg? Like you already signed them up and you're like, oh, okay, Casey. So you can always research. I can't remember if it's Lindsay Matway. There are very successful coaches that have their husbands on strong legs, and it's just a different mentality. That just means you need to make that strong leg extra strong because you want it to be like double the size of your weak leg. Okay, it's just that I have been always coached to put them on your weak leg. It's worked out wonderfully for me, and that's just kind of the way I've always learned it. However, there's always more than one way to skin a cat, so just YouTube it, honestly, and you can get a lot of ideas on, what to do if you're in that situation. And I don't want you to feel like I'm telling you to go sign up your husband right now, but I want to encourage you to get that first coach and then sign up your husband. That's the best thing you can do, because then you can start qualifying for leads and start generating that volume, the team cycle bonus. Because as new coaches, you get 25% commission. Y'all know that. And then after that, you really got to work towards your growing a team of your own. So hopefully that doesn't scare you. It's fun. I absolutely never thought that I would be sitting on a call here with all of you awesome people, just explaining this. It's something that you don't see it happening. It just kind of happens as you go. And the cool thing is that we get to earn while we learn. So don't let it hold you back. If you have questions, post them in the team pages, check the FAQs, and check YouTube, because everything is on there. Just like we post these calls on YouTube, other coaches do too. So any topic you ever want to research, just say coach placement as a Beachbody coach. Just put as a Beachbody coach at the end, and you'll find any answer you ever want, and more than one opinion. So any questions at all? You guys ready to get on with your lives?
I have a question. Sorry, I have a question. I'm still kind of new.
Okay.
Let's say you had you signed up some coaches and maybe a coach quit, for example. Is it once your coaches are on their certain legs, I'm getting the impression like it's locked into that leg, like you can't switch them around?
You have, actually they just changed it to 5 days. So you have 3 to 5 days to message, do the whole live chat thing or submit. And you have to say, I want this coach, so whatever her name is, and her coach ID, and I want her placed on my opposite leg. And then they'll get back to you usually within 24 hours, and they'll say, is this right? And you do need to double check them, because sometimes they'll put them in a different place. And you're like, no, that's not right. So yeah, you have a very short window. Once they are signed up with you, that is where they stay, but you have 5 days to switch them.
Okay.
To a different place. You're welcome. We had a couple questions in the chat, so let me read that. What if your coach isn't coaching would you still choose that leg that she is on? She is still active. Sasha, I don't get it.
I have to talk to Sasha about that. She's
Okay.
yeah.
What if your coach, sorry, I'm trying to think about, what if your coach
Her
isn't-
upline coach isn't working the business anymore.
Gotcha. And that happens, guys. Like sometimes the coach that you sign up with, they stop working, right? It happens. You just got to take it like a man. And then that means you got to work a little harder, honestly. Like it just means you got to sign up some ballers and then they're going to help you. And then that becomes your team. You're not screwed. You can still be successful in this. You just have to think about it a little bit differently, knowing that you don't have help coming from up above you, right? But Teresa, I guess you're going to talk to her. Okay, next question from Jessica Ham. Do customers ever question being signed up under your hubby and not you? I just tell them, I say, hey, I'm working my husband's business. I've done it to several coaches, and I don't know. I think Shay, you're under my husband. Did you think it was weird? Okay.
No. Yeah, that's exactly what you told me, that you're just growing his business, but you're still going to be my coach. Like technically I am under you, underneath him. So I was totally comfortable with that. And I get that. So.
And I still treat them 100% as my PS coaches. I add them into my PS page. I still reward them the same way. It's just strategically where I place them, and it's in their benefit, honestly, because that's where I'm putting my focus, you know? So no, I think as long as you explain it the right way, then it's fine. And just let them know. They just want to know that they're not going to be alone in this. So just be like, hey, I'm going to be here for you. You're still going to be my coach. It's just going to say my husband's name when you log in. Let's see. And if they're just a customer, they really don't care, like at all. Teresa, you just responded to her. I agree with, okay, never mind. Y'all are just talking about something else. All right, guys, I think that's it. Does anybody have any last questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Thank you for jumping on, everyone. I know it's a lot to take time out of your busy lives, and I hope that you took something away from this. Raise your hand if you learned anything new or a different way to say something. Was this useful? Okay, hopefully. All right, good night, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey!
Bye.
Darn it, I missed it. You still